Hola clase, esta noche vamos a hablar de otros reflexivos. Primero vamos a repasar. First, let's just remember what our six-pack for reflexive pronouns are. Just in case you need a quick refresher, they're me, te, se, nos, os, se. Here are some verbs without their reflexive pronoun. These are just verbs that we've been doing and that you are pretty familiar with. We're going to talk about how they're going to change meaning when you add a reflexive pronoun to them. So first, escriban clase comer, that means to eat. Dormir, to sleep. Ir, to go. Llevar, which means to take or to carry. And preguntar, which means to ask. Here you have those same verbs, except now they have a reflexive pronoun attached to them. So now it's comerse, dormirse, irse, llevarse, and preguntarse. Comerse means to eat up. Dormirse, to fall asleep. Irse, to leave or to go away. Llevarse, to take away or to get along. Por ejemplo, I get along well with my mom. Me llevo bien con mi mamá. And preguntarse, which means to wonder, which if you think about it makes a lot of sense since preguntar means to ask. So me pregunto literally means to ask myself or to wonder. Aquí hay un ejemplo. I sleep for 8 hours a night. Now, is that going to be dormir or dormirse? It's going to be dormir, to sleep. Entonces, en español, duermo por 8 horas cada noche. Now, let's look at this example. Jake fell asleep quickly. Dormir or dormirse? It's going to be dormirse. Do you like my little Dora the Explorer activity that I'm doing here? Dormirse, to fall asleep. So un ejemplo es, Jake se durmió rápidamente. Jake fell asleep quickly. Remember that in the preterite with stem changing IR verbs, that your L and ellos form will change as well. Durmió. Sometimes you have verbs that are reflexive in Spanish, but that don't make any sense in English. For example, acostumbrarse, broncearse, caerse, despedirse, equivocarse, olvidarse, reunirse, and sentirse. Make sure you're writing down all 8 of these verbs because you will definitely need to know them. And be sure to write down their meanings. Acostumbrarse means to get used to. You may need to pause this video and then press play when you're ready to write down words. So it means to get used to. Broncearse means to tan. You remember that from our last unit. Don't tan, no te broncees. Caerse, which means to fall down. The verb caer means to drop, so that changes its meaning altogether. Despedirse, to say goodbye. Notice what verb is in the word despedirse. Do you see the word pedir? So it's conjugated just like pedir. Sometimes you want to do that with these longer words. You want to look for verbs that you know within them. Equivocarse, which means to make a mistake, to be wrong. Olvidarse, which means to forget. Reunirse, to get together, to reunite, for example. And sentirse, which means to feel. Okay, aquí hay un ejemplo. Él se cayó ayer. He fell yesterday. Okay, you conjugate it in the preterite because I wanted to say he fell yesterday. I wanted to indicate that it happened in the past. If I had just said él cayó ayer, that would just mean he dropped yesterday. So to fall is a different verb altogether. Gracias, clase. Adiós.